Okay, Super Bowl 58 is set. I don't want to hear any complaining. It is Brock Purdy against Mahomes, which means we now get to choose between someone who still watches SpongeBob and a happily married man. This must be how Ariana Grande feels. This is going to be the worst Super Bowl ever. That is not true. Patriots-Rams still exists. Okay, before we get into the games, I have some coaching news. The Chargers have officially hired Jim Harbaugh. Congratulations to them.
Thank you, guys.
A lot of people are saying Jim is running away from the punishments he would get at Michigan for cheating. At least one Harbaugh knows when to run. John Harbaugh has won 3 playoff games in the last dozen years.
What a loser.
Pittsburgh. There's a rumor circulating you're interviewing Arthur Smith to be your offensive coordinator. Question, did you watch Falcons games last year?
Who would do that?
Okay, he made Ryan Tannehill look good that one year.
He literally forgot to call a play twice and cost Atlanta timeouts.
No. Get Arthur in here, please.
Yes?
You just cannot get rid of me. You have no idea. Arthur, I heard you're talking to the Steelers.
Yeah, I really like their star tight end over there, Darnell Washington.
Get out.
Okay.
Speaking of the Falcons, they have officially hired Raheem Morris as their next head coach.
What happened to Bill?
You got a defensive-minded coach for Kyle Pitts, Drake London, and Bijan Robinson.
Well,
their coach before was empty-minded, so this is a step up. Also, speaking of coaches, if you're ever feeling bad about yourself, just remember the Washington Commanders at one point had Kyle Shanahan, Sean McVay, Mike McDaniel, Matt LaFleur, and Raheem Morris on their coaching staff.
Thank you for that.
Anytime. This has to be one of the weirdest coaching carousels. I don't think anything could make it worse.
I know, it's terrible.
Did you guys hear we got rid of Joe Barry? Thank God that is over.
Uh-oh.
You don't know.
Know what?
Pretty sure you're interviewing someone back there right now.
Could you imagine?
You should probably just go meander back there and see.
Dare I? Okay, I will.
Great practical joke, guys. You got me to come all the way back here.
No! God, please, no! No! No!
All right, let's get into it. Chiefs-Ravens. For the 4th time in 5 seasons, Pat Mahomes and the Chiefs are going to the Super Bowl. Chiefs fans really needed this. It's been a whole 12 months. You guys know the only quarterback to beat Mahomes? Joe Burrow. Do you just wake up every morning and think, how can I make this about me? Baltimore, get in here. You blow a lead in the playoffs more than Doc Rivers. The Ravens are now 0-31 under John Harbaugh when they run the ball fewer than 20 times. You ran the ball to your running backs 6 times against the NFL's number 28 run defense. Making Lamar a pocket passer in the conference championship game is certainly a choice. That is a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
Will you two idiots shut up?
The Ravens abandoned the run quicker than Mike McCarthy when he sees a treadmill. I'm now going to read off a list of every quarterback Mahomes beat in the playoffs. Deshaun Watson, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Tua, Big Ben.
But he's not beat Daniel Jones in the playoffs.
Get out.
Also, you are welcome for Steve Spagnuolo.
Get out! Okay, back to Baltimore. The Ravens wide receivers were so bad, Lamar's best completion was to himself.
Okay, well, Zay Flowers scored a touchdown.
Yes, he also got a taunting call, fumbled on the goal line, and injured his hand on the same drive.
It was not all his fault.
He literally lost the game single-handedly. Speaking of the taunting, it should absolutely be allowed. We're grown men.
That's how you all feel?
Yes. 100%.
Yes,
absolutely.
thank you.
You think the refs throw too many flags?
We do not.
Go ahead, say whatever you want. See if I care. This Ravens team is so undisciplined, we started calling them Jackson Mahomes. The Disney Channel's coming out with a new program to teach kids about choking. They're calling it That's So Ravens. Isaiah Likely put his hand up in triple coverage. I've seen Chick-fil-A's more open on Sundays. Did you guys ever notice when Mahomes does taunting? You've got to be kidding me. And lastly, Taylor Swift made it to a Super Bowl before Dak Prescott. Wow, her first year in the NFL and she's already in the Super Bowl. Well, she's a system girlfriend. Also, one last thing, Kadarius Toney did not play this weekend due to personal reasons. Turns out he's having a baby. He's becoming a responsible father, which means that's the 2nd time this year he's put his best foot forward. Speaking of dropped passes, now might be a great time to talk about the Lions game. I just really feel like that was our one shot. One opportunity. This is everything you ever wanted. One moment. Would you capture it or just let it slip? Detroit, you were up 24-7 at the half. I haven't seen Lions fall off a cliff that badly since Mufasa died. You know, Brock Purdy and Aaron Rodgers now have the same number of Super Bowl appearances.
I hate it here.
Detroit, what happened? Brock Purdy was literally trying to throw you the ball.
Excuse me?
Be quiet, Anna Fry. Brock Purdy had 3 fewer yards than Lamar.
Yes.
He's also the first Mr. Irrelevant to play in a Super Bowl. That is not true. Trent Dilfer played.
I'm leaving.
The last thing I want to say, this is not all Dan Campbell's fault. 48-yard field goals are no guarantees. Just look at Jake Moody. Detroit, this was still a great year for a team that had a bad habit of losing. We all know a bad habit is hard to break, so it's good to see you were finally able to kick it.